On this paper, I'm gonna draw an unbeatable NBA team, an unbeatable starting five. So I'm gonna draw position by position. Y'all gonna help me figure out who we need to include. There's 5 slots that need filled, but make sure to watch this full video because I'll explain each pick and tell you some of the names that almost made the team, but we need a starting point guard right now. So let's get into it. So you can see, man, our point guard is gonna be LeBron, but not just any LeBron. 2013 Miami Heat LeBron. This is definitely prime LeBron. Now, we all can agree, every year is a prime year for LeBron, so I could have picked any version of him, but the Heat LeBron, it was special. Now, some of y'all are wondering why I have him at the point guard position. I don't know if this is a hot take, but LeBron is arguably the greatest passer of all time. You know, crazy court vision, high IQ, so I think it's fitting to have him run point. You know, he can take the ball up, initiate the offense. But before I forget, I actually went to his museum last year. You know, I was just going through the pictures to see if I had any Miami Heat related picks that I could include for this specific drawing. Now, I didn't have too many, but I still gotta toss these in. But let me pivot back to the art for a second, and I'ma have to be honest. You know, the first drawing you do on these panels, you know, it sets the tone for the rest. So I try to make it come out looking nice. And you know, I really wasn't too thrilled with the sketch I had. I inked it up, but the thing for me is I wanted to include more emotion in his face. You know, I drew him kind of just straight face. And you know, this is gonna be an unbeatable team. He gotta look a little bit pumped, look like he's about to drop 60, because I'm gonna need him to score. But you know, I'm gonna still finish up the color and see how it looks at the end of that and maybe make some changes.
I keep it coming like this is a buffet. And if I'm stumbling,
now y'all know I draw a lot of NBA videos, but it's normally NBA nicknames or specific players in different styles. This is the first time making a video putting together a team, a squad, a starting five. Now, how y'all feeling about this so far? I don't even know if it really looks like LeBron, to be honest. Let me see if the hair makes a difference. No offense, but his hairline looked worse back then. I ain't gonna lie, it was more pushed back then when I was going through the pictures. But you know, I completely started this drawing over, and this right here was the result. And he looks devious in this one, you know. But now we need a shooting guard. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. Like I said, this is an unbeatable team, and we can't put this together without Michael Jordan. At the 1 and 2 position, we got Braun and MJ. This might already be an unbeatable team. I might have to cut this video short right here. This is going to be a TikTok. Now, this might have to be a short and just end it right here. Now, here's the thing. I ran into this same issue with LeBron, is I was having trouble figuring out which version of Jordan I should include. You know, I could put Space Jam Jordan, Flu Game Jordan, 1990, 91, 88, there's a ton of different prime years. But I've been trying to stay more focused lately, so I'm gonna set up this timer right here just to, you know, keep me on track while I ink him up. And like I said, we had to fill the shooting guard position, but there is one person I consider, you know, besides MJ, there is another one. Y'all know his name, stop playing, the Black Mamba, and I feel like I could go either or and still be fine.
Baby, I know. Stunning outside, just stunning dark.
Now, I am only focusing on the starting five, the starters, but you know, this video can do well. If we can get 500 likes, I'll probably draw out the bench too. Later in the video too, I'll tell y'all some of the names that almost made the cut that would definitely be on the bench. I would definitely have them there. We're making some good progress on MJ, but back to putting together this team. Y'all know there is 2 sides of the court, you know, offense, defense, and I feel like with LeBron and MJ, we got both sides covered, because both of them are lockdown defenders, this version of them. You know, if you're making another team with a bunch of names, you gotta realize my team, we're gonna stop you from scoring, I'm sorry. And you know, this isn't a time to be nice, so I tried to draw MJ looking like a villain. You know, he gotta look like he's up to something. He gotta look like a menace. But you can see we got our point guard and shooting guard, so who we about to add next, y'all know. And listen, I have to add a shooter. And not just any shooter, the greatest shooter of all time. 2016 Curry. This was the year Steph got the unanimous MVP. He was really pulling up from the logo. And he still is today, but back then, he was Hall of Fame everything. A cheat code in NBA 2K, 99 overall. Y'all don't even know about that. You know, I had to rewatch his highlights when I was making this video, and you know, I'm the general manager of this team. I had to make the call. I need him on this squad. But as you can see here, I'm using my XP pen tablet to draw like a digital sketch, just like a little thumbnail of how I want him positioned and general idea what he's looking like. Then I'll probably expand on it, solidify some stuff, and put it on the paper. I did have to take a little bit of a coffee break, but I tried the pumpkin muffin. Listen, 10 out of 10. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, this is a 10 out of 10. But let me get back to sketching out Curry. I feel like most of y'all, if you were putting together like an unbeatable team, you would include Curry. I feel like most people have him on their like all-time teams. But you know, if you're watching this and you disagree, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you would put. But I put together a little thumbnail for Curry. Then I made a more solidified sketch that I did put on the paper. But we gotta get serious now and add some ink to this, solidify it for real. I think it's time I tell y'all some of the other names I considered being included in this team. Aside from Kobe, one of them was definitely prime James Harden. Like 2018 James Harden step back. It's guaranteed points, guaranteed. Another one, definitely Allen Iverson. I really considered throwing him in a point guard. I was watching his highlights too when I was trying to put together this team. But if I do end up drawing a bench for this team, like a 6-man and everything, I feel like that would be more difficult than doing the starting 5. It'd be hard trying to make those picks. Now going to the art, you know, I was feeling good cooking this up. The drawing initially, the same thing with LeBron. The more I looked at it, I just wasn't feeling it. The issue here is I didn't feel like this resembled Curry that much. And you know, I am drawing all these players in a more stylized way, kind of on like the goofy side, but I still kind of want them to resemble their like actual face. So you know, I still pushed through and finished this up, but I might end up making them some adjustments like later in the video. But this next one might be a controversial addition. Listen, I'm doing it. I'm adding in Giannis. I'll explain more on it later, but I'm gonna base this off one of my previous Giannis drawings I did in an older NBA nickname video. I'm just gonna make some big adjustments for this time. But listen, the reason I got Giannis is like I said earlier, I'm focused on 2 sides of the court. We got offense and we got defense too. So of course he's gonna be able to score, but the big thing is he's gonna provide a lot of defensive pressure. Gonna get us some blocks, you know, some lockdown defense. That's what we need.
All I know is hustle. All I know is making something out of nothing. What you think they see it? I had to hop in the kitchen. I'm really on fire. You know, ignited. Yeah.
Now, I know a lot of people probably would put Durant in here, and I get that too. I understand that completely, but I wanted some bullies on this team. More bully ball, leave you with bruises. So you can see I got Giannis on the paper. It's still a work in progress though. I'm gonna make some changes, but let's add a center. Man, you know who we gotta include for our big man. It gotta be the Diesel. Now this was already an unbeatable team because there's not one person you can guard. You can pick anybody I have on this team and they all need double, triple team to even slow them down a little. But Shaq, he's just gonna put everything over the top. You know, Braun throwing oops to him. Yeah, it's over. But let me put him together and I'll show you the full reveal. But before that happens, make sure to subscribe and like, please. I promise you can't name another team that can beat this squad. It's guaranteed unbeatable. Just look at this team. This is like the Monstars on Space Jam. You can't do nothing, but y'all let me know which drawing came out the best and if I should draw the bench. But one more thing, I got some more NBA videos that I made this year that you might want to check out. I'll have them right here, but thank you guys for watching. New videos coming soon, and I'm out.